this world? What have they done to us? What did they do to us?
What I want to bring up, which finally I've sort of got ready, just what I've worked on so far, which is the people that are getting evicted in Williamstown, which is the Techno Park Drive, the estate.
Yes.
So I've got the video ready. Like, it's still got to be polished and whatever, but you guys are getting it here first, which was I filmed the march. If anyone knows anyone, I'd like to get more footage because I saw some people
filming
that were filming, that were part of the estate. Now I've wanted to get interviews. Actually, I'll read it out. So obviously this is how scared people are. She goes, "Hi Tom, we planned to have a barbecue then, but we've had to postpone because there's been a lot going on. Sorry, it must be frustrating if people haven't called you, because I did a letter drop trying to get people to come and have interviews. I think if they've got your details and haven't called you, you might be best just to leave it for now. People here are under enormous pressure trying to balance normal life stuff with this eviction and being harassed by the council. A friend of mine who makes films will often contact more vulnerable interviewees further down the line. So I might be doing that. They might be more open to it then. But I think this could actually help them if they do get interviews now. But I totally understand that they won't do it.
Hey, just real quickly, man. Can you change the highlighted comment because it's just on the screen cracking a fat LOL.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right. Let's keep it.
I'm really all right.
It was on there for ages. A good few minutes. These poor people, they're getting kicked out of their house. Quick recap: kicked out of their place.
Yeah. So this is they had a march. Oh, where's the sound gone?
What happened to the sound?
I've lived there for 14 years. I moved in. I thought I'd be here 6 months, get myself back on my feet, and then out of here. But it's a great place. Yeah, I mean, it's a community. You know, there's not many communities around. You got the. Sorry.
What time did you get up?
You've got these big buildings.
It was actually dark.
It was.
They would go.
Their neighbours.
The sun was going down.
The Techno Park. It's a community. You know. A few years back, I had a heart attack, and I called my next door neighbour, and he took me to the hospital. You know. You rely on the people you're with. You rely on your neighbours. And it's like that's what community is.
My name's Jorge Jorquera. I'm a local councillor. Before you boo though, I'm not from Hobson's Bay. I'm a local councillor in neighbouring Maribyrnong. First thing I'd like to say in that capacity, I've sent a letter to all the local councillors here. I haven't even got your email response.
Now the thing is that what we have now, I mean I'm retired now, and what I've noticed is that like the world is changing. It's us against them, you know, and them being the bureaucrats. You know, it's like people are being crushed. You know, you're not allowed to be nice to each other. You know, you're not allowed to walk around and sort of help each other. It's that's the way it's changing. We've got to change that back.
That's where we've got to keep the pressure up on those councillors. It seems to me a particularly brutal irony that we're meeting here today in support of the Techno Park residents threatened with eviction during Homelessness Week, National Homelessness Week. What a cruel fucking irony that we're here meeting in defence of your human right to a home.
So then they marched to the council, the Hobson's Bay Council.
Once a home, always a home, save Techno Park. Once a home, always a home, save Techno Park. Once a home, always a home, save Techno Park.
So I'll sort of move it along there because, so that was the march. They marched all the way down, and then they're in front of the council. and they went there because they wanted to sit in with the council meeting that was being held that night. And this is what they received. Please note that the council meeting of Tuesday, the 8th of August 2023 will be virtual only, starting at 7 p.m.
Fuck's sake. And so they can choose who that comes into that. If it's virtual.
It's like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can be like, nah, none of you.
Yeah. And it's even worse than that. If you want to just go to a normal council event, and I thought that was normal because I had known about this for a while at Hobson's Bay, you've actually got to message them, let them know what question you want to ask, and then you get a ticket and you only get to ask one question on the night. And because I've heard about this for a while, I thought that was like every council, but that councillor, and I'll put it in the next edit that I'll put up online, that councillor that came from another council, he was appalled that this was happening at Hobson's Bay. That he goes, you can't just rock up to the council meeting. You've got to basically ask for a ticket, and you may or may not get that ticket.
That's the whole goes against what that's for. Like the whole point of that is so that if everybody rolls down and starts kicking up a stink, then like they're meant to represent us. They're meant to be hired by us to represent us for what we need. The whole idea is that if they're going to try and do something, that we have a right to go down and protest and get in the way. So that alone is ridiculous.